about meats, meat. MEAT, meat. Okay. And then I'm gonna do another video that I talked about, and it's called spiritual dryness. Okay, spiritual dryness, spiritual dryness. This is actually in the Bible. Okay, spiritual dryness is real. Okay, so I want to talk about meat. Um, are we supposed to be in digesting meat, ingesting and digesting meat? Okay, meat is very hard to break down. Okay, in our body. Okay, some people carry the meat for days and don't poop. Okay, and they wonder why they can't poop and they have to take a lot of fiber. Okay, because it's harder for your body to break down meat. Okay, now what's interesting was, um, and I will post this, sheep, goat, cows, all these kind of animals. What do they live off of? Okay, they're not being thrown meat to eat, right? Remember, I did a video on how meat affects us spiritually. Okay, meat. Okay, meat. That's something that's common, that's in our refrigerator and our freezers, and that we go out and we buy at the restaurants. It's meat. Okay. Um, a cattle, any kind of animals, a lamb, they are not eating meat. Okay, they are eating plants, hay, grass. Okay, so my question is, are we supposed to, because we're a part of the animal kingdom, we're mammals, right? Are we supposed to be eating meat? Okay, now think about this for a second. If you're supposed to be eating meat, why would you have to take fiber supplements, okay, just to go poop? Okay, why? Okay, and you have to, this food, the meat is sitting in your belly and you're not moving, you feel bloated, you feel tired, you feel fatigue. um we're not supposed to be feeling this way. Okay, we're supposed to be feeling energetic. We're not supposed to be feeling tired, um bloated, none of this stuff. Okay, so the meat is affecting our bodies. Okay, so these animals don't ingest um, meat. So why are we ingesting meat? Okay, because we were told we are supposed to ingest the meat. And I took some notes on this. Let me find the notes. I just started writing. Um, so, anyways, these animals are ingesting meat. They're not supposed to be. Well, they don't. They're not fed meat. So why are we fed meat? Okay. Um, because we're not carnivores, right? We're mammals. So let me find a paper that I was taking notes down so I can share with you guys what I was picking up spiritually. All right, I found it. Yay! See Mr. Bobblehead? He's bobbling from the sun. The sun is actually moving him. Okay, the sun. Okay, the sun. Okay. So a cow, a ox, a goat, or a sheep, right? So this is what I wrote down, what I was getting downloads. Um, why do okay, animals don't eat any kind of meat. Okay, the farmers are not feeding them meat. Okay, they're feeding them hay, they're feeding them grass. Okay, they just eat the grass, plant based. um So why are we taught that meat is a protein? Okay, why are we taught this? They say this. The dietitians always say you have to eat meat because it's a protein. But is it really a protein? Okay, is it meat really a protein? I'm starting to believe meat is not a protein. Okay, it's they're telling us that meat is a protein. Okay, but meat is not a protein. Okay, there's other ways to get protein in your body, and iron, because you need these kind of proteins, right? and it's harder for us to process. This is why a lot of people have ingestion issues. They have to see a gastro doctor because they can't break down the meats. Okay, it's heavy to break down. Okay, in your body, in your stomach, because in some people the meat they're actually bodies are rejecting the meat because they're not supposed to be eating the meat. Okay, you're not supposed to be ingesting the meats at all. Okay, you can do whatever you guys want to do. That's up to you. And this is hard on your stomach when you process this kind of food. Okay. If you notice, if you go to different places in the world that eat mostly plant based, they are living a longer lifespan. Okay. Because the plants that they're eating or the vegetables, the fruits, all that is grown from the ground. And you can just go and I just spoke to somebody, they were from Ireland. The lady, she used to go live in Ireland, and she told me that like the vegetables, the fruits, and all that, you could just go and like the islands, you just go and you go buy your fruits and vegetables from the local farmers. Okay, it's not processed. Okay, and you notice if you eat greeny stuff, um, like cabbage, um, any kind of greens. Okay, when you eat it, what's the first thing that your body does? Your body goes to the bathroom. Okay, your body takes that food and breaks it down, and you go poop. You're not constipated. You don't have to take a supplement of fiber to go to help you move your bowels. Okay, because it's naturally moving your bowels. Okay, natural. Okay, um, so we a lot of times we think meat is a protein, but is meat really a protein? Okay, I'm really starting to believe meat is not a protein. Okay, we have been taught this, but it's not. Um, because and how did we even get these? I mean, these animals were here, but where did we get this ideology that we need to eat meat? Okay, if you notice people that are on plant-based, and it's hard. Okay, it's not easy, especially if you've been eating meat since a child, your parents been putting it in front of you and saying, eat this, you need this protein. But is it really a protein? Okay, I'm not a doctor here. Okay, also meat affects us spiritually. Okay, there's something about meat that affects us spiritually. I did a video on how it affects us spiritually. Everything that animal is feeling before they are slaughtered. Okay, that fear, that isolation, um, all those feelings that that animal is feeling, and then we ingest that animal. Spiritually, we were feeling everything that animal was feeling. So the depression, the sadness, the anxiety, the fear, the isolation. Um, I'm not saying all animals are sad because some animals are happy, some are sad. Okay, I don't know. I'm not an animal expert here, but I know that. And then also with autism and all this stuff out here, ADHD, we gotta ask ourselves: are children born with this stuff? Okay, I don't believe children are born with ADHD. I don't believe children are born with autism. I don't believe that. Okay, I believe the food that they're ingesting is affecting them um, mentally, okay, spiritually, okay, if this makes any sense, and physically, okay. So mentally, spiritually, and physically, okay. So there's natural proteins out here, okay, and a lot of people take a lot of supplements, okay. Be careful with the supplements. And also, what I noticed with the hormones, I was asking my friend, I was like, why are all these children with their sexuality too? And I believe this has to affect people with their sexuality too. Is because the animals are being shot with hormones. So this is changing the spirit, the mental of the boy and the girl, mentally, spiritually, and physically. okay, the hormones, okay, that are the chemicals that are put in the meat, okay. So we have an unbalance in nature. There has to be a balance, and there is definitely an unbalance in nature, okay. And how we are processing meat itself, right? So a normal person needs 300 to 400 calories per day. And a lot of times when we go to like a smoothie place and stuff, um, they put powder, okay, powder. Um, we shouldn't be putting powder, okay. We need to be using veggies, berries, nuts, um, anything that is plant based, okay. Um, I drink almond milk, which is nut milk, um, avocados, chickpeas. Um, Now, with the hormones too, it causes an unbalance, and this is physically, mentally, and spiritually. And a lot of this is affecting us spiritually, mentally, and physically. Okay. Meat. Okay. I've been saying this for a long time. Go to back to 1111. Go back to one of my first videos I post about spiritual dryness. Okay. Um, Now, like I said, you can use avocados, you can make your own smoothies, okay? Chickpeas, mushrooms, hemp seed, wild rice. I don't even like regular rice, okay? Wild rice. Chai seeds, hemp seeds. Um, so this is causing even the sugar, okay? The sugar intake is causing diabetes, high blood pressure. Um, if you look at sugar, raw sugar, and the artificial sugar, and another thing, people get addicted to sugar, okay. Sugar is a cause of a lot of this stuff too, and also the hormones that are being shot up in these animals. So there's an imbalance here, and you need a balance, right? For your mental, spiritual, and physical body, okay. So this is causing insulin imbalance, also the plastic. We don't look at it like this bottle right here is plastic. Okay, we don't think about that. Okay, um, metals. I remember a doctor said to me, you guys, I'll never forget this. He wanted to test me for metals, metals, and I said, metals. What has metals in it? Metal. Okay, metal, metals, because metals can affect you spiritually, mentally, and physically. Metal in your body, in your environment. There's metal. Okay, metal. Okay, mental, metal. Okay, so we need to be aware of that. Um, think about this. Why are we eating something that the animals don't even eat? Because we were told for so long that this is a source of protein. But is it really a source of protein? Okay. I think they got it all wrong. Okay. I think they got it all wrong. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist, but I think they got it all wrong. Okay. I think we're supposed to be eating plant based food. Okay. Um, I don't know where the meat came in the equation. Okay. I don't know what time that it came into the equation. I don't know. Okay. Um, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a nutritionist, but I know for myself, when I eat anything greens, my bowels move freely. Okay. So that tells me that's normal. Okay. Now, when I eat meats, it's harder for my body to break down the meats. Okay. So, and I feel tired. I feel um, bloated. That's another sign. You feel bloated. You feel tired. Not having a lot of energy. Okay, this can all stress can also cause this too, not just food. Okay, stress of what's going on in your life, stress of what's going on in your environment. Okay, um, but we need to start asking ourselves, why doesn't none of these animals that we eat what we eat? They don't eat meat. They're not being served meat. on these farms. They're being served, they're eating the grass. Okay. They're eating plants. Okay. Plants. Okay. So if they're eating plants like the cows, the ox, the goats, the sheep, um, the steer, why are we eating meat? Because we're told to eat meat. We're told that meat is a protein. Think about this, you guys. If they're not eating it, why are we eating it? Okay. And the hormones in this food is changing the body, the physical body. Okay. Not just the physical, the spiritual body and the mental body. Okay. Because physically it's making people obese. Spiritually, you're feeling that the fear, you're feeling tired, you're feeling confused, um, and also mentally. Okay, you have the autism, the ADHD, you have all this stuff. Okay, I don't believe children are born with autism. I don't believe children are born with ADHD. Okay, I had a learning disability myself, may I say. I believe that it's a lot of factors here. Okay, not just the meat, environmental, um, environmental, the meat, um, the hormones that these animals are being ingested with, the processed food, the microwave food is processed. Anything you put in microwave, we should not be eating. Okay, and they do this to preserve the food longer, which I think is a no-no. Okay, just saying. How is the doctor going to tell me to go check myself for metal? Okay. And when he said that, I have the script. Okay. Yeah, metal. Okay. Metal. And I looked at him like he was crazy. Okay. And I love this doctor because I call him my therapist and my doctor. Just saying. um, you know, I remember I told him, um, I always joke with him. I said, "You're my therapist and doctor." And he just laughs at me. Um, And it's interesting because I've been seeing him for a long time, and this Nigerian doctor, she's really good. And I remember one day I wanted to tell him um, that I was psychic, right? So you got to be careful, right? Because they know this, especially psychologists. They know people out here that have a gift, okay? That are psychic or um, and we have to ask. I'm trying to stay on meat, okay, but this is how meat is affecting us. So and also vaccinations, okay, vaccines, okay. Have you noticed the most rich people don't vaccinate their children, but we must vaccinate our children just for our children to go to school, okay? Why is that? Okay, why is that? Okay, because our body naturally should fight off any kind of infection, okay? Naturally, okay? Our body should fight anything off naturally. Okay, this is what I'm being told, natural, okay? Um, and our body should get immune to certain things, okay? We have good bacteria and we have bad bacteria, right? But we're just staying on meat. So you guys can Google this yourself about meat. Why are we considering meat a protein, first of all, on the pyramid? Think about it in the food pyramid. Where did it even come into play that meat was a protein? Okay. I don't know what time. Okay. But none of these animals that I've talked about that we ingest in our everyday life eat meat. None of them. You can Google this yourself. Does cows eat meat? No. I've never seen cows eat meat. Does an ox eat meat? Never seen that. Did a goat eat meat? Never seen that. Did a sheep eat meat? Never seen that. May I go on? Okay, I can go on and on all day, but none of these animals eat meat. So why are we told that this is a protein and they don't even eat it? Okay, and if you go to countries that the people are living longer, okay, it's not the Western world. Okay, Asia, Africa, okay, they're living to 80, 90, 100 years old. Okay, just saying. So we got to ask ourselves, what are they doing? Um, it's what they're eating. Okay. What they're eating. Um, and we got to ask ourselves why we have so many children that are born autistic, why so many children are born with Down syndrome, why so many children are born with learning disabilities. Now, learning disabilities could be passed down though from family to family members. My dad used to have a speech impediment, and I don't know what happened, but started speaking clear. Okay, he couldn't speak. He would when he would speak, nobody could understand him. Okay, um, but as he got older, he got better with his words. Okay, so it's interesting. So could this been an environmental? I don't know. Okay, could this been what he was eating, the pig? I don't know. Okay, because he was the only child that had the speech impediment. Um, so we have to ask ourselves this, and we have to ask ourselves about the vaccinations too, because um, I wish I would have homeschooled my kids. Looking back at it, you guys, if you can, as a mother or father, homeschool your children to be free thinkers. Okay, a lot of people out here are not free thinkers, and we need free thinkers. Okay, free thinkers are the ones that go far in life. Okay, because they are not basing what they're learning, they're questioning what they're learning. Okay, um, and I realize that when I eat meat, it is affecting me mentally, spiritually, and physically. Okay, so and my brother is a Rasta. He's been a Rasta all his life, and he never gets sick. So that's another thing. Okay. um, and they eat a plant-based meal, and I'm just saying plant-based is not easy. Okay. We are tempted every day when we go outside and we drive past a restaurant that we might like, and we want to eat that food, right? Because it's quick, um, quick, accessible. You could have been working all day, and you just don't feel like cooking. Okay, in the microwave. Okay, microwave. If anything is packaged, we shouldn't be eating it. Okay, just saying. Um, and a way we could do that is get rid of our microwaves. Okay, I'm just saying. But when you have kids, what's the first thing kids are doing? They're putting it in the microwave. Okay, just saying. That can be a way of you teaching your kids like we're not using the microwave. Okay. Um, and I remember when after my surgery, I went to a smoothie place. I'm not going to say the name of the smoothie place, and they used powder. And this was very interesting. I took a first sip and I let it sit there, and I could taste the sugar right away. And I let it sit there, and by the time it was dissolved and everything, all I seen was coloring and sugar and water. Okay, those were the three things that was in that smoothie: coloring, sugar, and water. Okay. The powder, even when it dissolved, that's what I see. Okay. So I never went back to that place. Okay. And I don't want to use powder. Okay. I rather use, and I know this could be expensive, um, even with seasoning your foods. People just used to go and get by the seasons, the natural seasons. Um, and if you are taking intake with salt and you have high blood pressure, why would you be ingesting salt? Okay, they have sea salt, they have Himalaya salt. Okay, they have different things you can substitute your salt, even the sugar. You can start buying raw sugar, brown sugar. Okay, you can do this little by little. You don't have to just really like overnight. Okay, I'm trying to get here, you guys. I'm really trying to get here because I really believe this affects us spiritually. Because when I fast, I notice when I fast, okay, um, there's a change, okay, in fasting, okay, in my body, my mental, and my spiritual. Okay, I'm very clear when I fast. Okay, just imagine if I fast for 40 days, how clear my mind my physical and my spiritual body would be if I would fast for 40 days. Okay. I would be on here probably like every 5 minutes dropping some gems. Seriously. Um, but I'm just not there yet. Okay. And I know it's all in here. Okay. But we need to raise up children as free thinkers. Okay. And we need to learn that what we have been taught is not always the right way. Okay. We need to learn to question things. Okay. And this is where your child, and let them ask questions, let them be free thinkers. Okay. Because when they're free thinkers, they know what's right and they know what's wrong. Okay. They know to think for themselves. Okay. Um, but I just wanted to touch on the meat. You can Google this yourself if you don't believe me. Does pigs eat meat? No. Does cows eat meat? No. Does goats eat meat? No. Does oxen eat meat? No. They eat plants. Okay. Plant based. Okay. And countries or places that people eat plants are living longer. Okay. And we have to ask ourselves, okay, why are they living longer? Okay, because they're eating plant based food. Okay. Not the powders. Okay. You know how you put the powders? No. Okay. And what is really protein? Because when you look on the food pyramid, and they have changed the food pyramid, by the way, may I say, okay, it has been changed. Um, I remember they told me the boiled egg is the protein, okay, an egg, okay. Um, and some people can't afford the protein because they think they need this protein in their body, and their body, once you start ingesting food, your body actually thinks it needs it. Okay, it's like an addict. Okay. So say you have a drug addict that takes a drug, okay? Any kind of drug, I don't know. Fentanyl or coke or marijuana. Your body, you think your body needs it because your body is craving it. Your body starts to crave it, okay? Craving it, okay? So this is also spiritual, okay? Spiritual, may I say. When your body craves something, it's definitely spiritual, okay? And mental and physical, right? Because spiritually, your body is craving this, right? And you need this quick fix, may I say? Okay. This is just like with meat. Okay, if you think about it, seriously, think about it. Um, you get this craving, like I need this meat. This is spiritual. Okay. Physical and mentally. Okay. Um, and we need to start educating ourselves and our children on processed food, because if they see you eating processed food all the time and you're not cooking a meal, okay, I'm not saying cook a whole 4 course meal out here, okay, because sometimes we just don't have time. Okay, even the time is speeding up, may I say. Okay, time is speeding up itself. Okay, so people out here are working and they just don't have time. Prepare your meals days a couple days ahead. Okay, prepare your meal for 3 days. Okay. Um, and if you want to go plant based, go plant based. Okay. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm trying to go plant based. Seriously. This is where I'm trying to go on my spiritual journey. Okay. Just saying. Because I asked myself, I'm the fool, may I say, because I'm eating what these animals are not eating. So I'm the fool. Okay. And I will no longer play the fool. Okay. Because this knowledge is out here. All right. So, and I wonder why I feel bloated. I feel tired. Um, and sometimes, like I said, mentally, it can mess with you mentally. Just saying, okay? You can get irritable. If you got to go poop and you can't go poop, you're going to be an irritable person, may I say. So, um, there's definitely an unbalance here. Um, and I talk about spiritual dryness. It's even in scripture, spiritual dryness. Let's talk about spiritual dryness real quick, because I'm real quick. I wrote it down. I have it in my book of plenty of notes and notes and notes. One day somebody will help me write a book. So let's talk about spiritual dryness, okay? Um, because spiritual dryness is in the Bible. It's very real. It's very real. Okay, it's very real. Spiritual dryness. In Psalm 42, it talks about David found himself in a spiritual dry season. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, a lot of times we read the Bible and we don't even understand what we're reading. Okay, let me come back on. I need to come back on. All right, love and light, love and light. I'm coming right back on. All right, all right, love and light, you guys.